Hi, welcome to Diaz on Deck Travel. I'm Michelle, your host, and this is your ticket to adventure. But first, we are going to talk about some cruise news today. So today is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. And according to the data from the Global Cruise Order Book, 65% of the 2026 ships that are going to be delivered will be running on alternative fuel sources. So, out of those 14 ships that are scheduled to be delivered, 9 of them will be powered by alternative fuel sources, not diesel. A few companies have jumped on the bandwagon with this, and they include Viking, which is coming out with a hydrogen powered non-emission ship for 2026, but also in the LNG market is MSC World Asia and the Explora 3, just to name a few. But most recently, Royal Caribbean has jumped on that bandwagon as well, and they are going to be LNG powering their newest, biggest ship, Legend of the Seas. She will carry 5,610 passengers, and she will be amazing, just like her sister, the Star. So, also in cruise news, weather, it's a fickle Mother Nature. About 15,000 people have been delayed in New York from getting on their cruise ship because they are waiting for the nor'easter to pass. As soon as that happens, the ship will be able to dock and everybody will unload and reload and get on with their cruises. But you just can't control weather, and that's something you have to be aware of when you sign for a cruise ticket. Also, today, John Heald, Carnival Cruise Lines ambassador, released a video showing a behind-the-scenes look of what happens when you leave things behind on a cruise ship. So he did a video where it was about 2 hours since the passengers had disembarked, and he was showing boxes of jewelry and expensive items and radios and phones and cups and clothes even. It was a crazy amount of stuff, and they were in the process of tagging it. Some of them had already been tagged, and you would think, oh, they're going to tag it and they're just going to send it back to me. Nope, that's not how it works. You have to go on, you have to fill out a form, and once the form is filled out, that goes to their corporate office in Miami, and from there, it gets a little bit more complicated. So the items do not get off the ship right then and there. They go back out to sea, and on the return, they go through customs. Yes, your left behind items have to go through customs. Once they clear customs, then they go to the corporate office, in this case in Miami, and from there, they piece together your missing items with your claim form. It's pretty interesting. I had no idea in all of my years of cruising that that's how it actually worked. So pretty interesting that he showed this video. And something that came to my mind is, luckily I've been really fortunate. I've never left anything behind. When I am packing up, I am behind the drawers, behind the couch, in the closet, in the safe, checking everything. And knock on wood, I've been so fortunate not to have left anything behind. But I want to hear your stories. Have you ever left anything behind? Comment down below. Tell me what it was you left behind. And if you got it back, how was the procedure? Did it go as smooth as they make it sound like it will go? Or was it a little bit more complicated than that? One of the things that comes to mind after hearing and seeing his video this morning was a friend who thought they had everything, got off the ship, was in the terminal, and they couldn't find their car keys. That's right. They left the car keys in the safe. Yes, it was a little bit more complicated than them just running back on the ship, because once you're off, you are off. They waited several hours in the terminal and had to go through the cruise line to have somebody retrieve the keys, either from the safe because it hadn't been cleaned out yet, or from the lost and found. But several hours later, they were in their car and on their way home. And I will tell you what, they never leave anything behind after that. Thank you for watching, and remember, I will see you on deck. Bye for now, and please remember to subscribe. It helps me to bring you more content.